Everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to play You and Only You in their Yandere Danes and Village.io. Let's begin. Have you ever loved someone so much? No matter so much that you felt as though you could die? That deep, sicking feeling seeping through your skin and setting onto your bones. The chilling, disgusting pain and want. The desire, the craving, the need that cannot be satisfied until you have them in your possession. To have him, I will have him. Oh, did I zone out again? Quickly I snapped myself out of my trance. How long have I been standing here, staring at a book's title I'd rather not say it loud? Why the heck was I lost in thought, staring at sci-fi smut novels? Okay, what book are we looking at again? By the gods, still, this is embarrassing. Let's just hope nobody saw me. At least there's barely anyone around. Anyway, what was I looking for again? Ah, the fantasy books. I knelt down to grab the novel I was actually looking for. My mind goes back to just a few seconds ago, and my first face burns hot. Well, someone was judging me. So much for being cool and nonchalant or whatever. Maybe I was being a bit dramatic. Satisfied with my book, I make my way over to the cash register. As I approach the register, I realize I've never seen this cashier before. And I'm cool with basically anyone who works here. I come here every other day. He has to be new here. Then that means I gotta introduce myself to him. When it was my turn in line, I gave the man behind the counter one of my big smiles before handing over my books. Before I opened my mouth to say anything, his eyes went wide as saucers as he stared at me. What was that about? Hi, I'm Claude. This might be a weird question, but are you new here? I don't recognize you. The cashier guy clears his throat and diverts his gaze from mine. A shy smile adorns his pale face. I am nice to meet you, Claude. He grabs the books I left on the table and begins scanning them. One of them seems to catch his eye because he stops briefly. It's rare to see an Of Seven Crows fan around here. I gasp. Did I hear that right? You like the Of Seven Crows too? I kinda wanna know if that's a world book. The cashier blushed slightly. Yeah, I even read the sequel in the series. I read the sequel in the series. I really love all the Offer series. It's a shame no one talks about their works that often. Seriously, I have tried getting my friends to read it, but they have never heard of it before, and whatever lame excuse they can come up with. It seems to me that you should get some new friends that share your interest. The cashier guy was joking. I knew he was. Yet something in his tone sounds serious, too serious. I laughed it off. Huh, I wish. Everyone at my college is too busy to pick up a book. Was this a textbook? College? That seemed to pick his interest more than the book. Where do you attend? The university just a few blocks down up the street. Ronald, there's two bookstores up more than a few blocks away from the university. More like several miles away from the university by car. Like 20 minutes away from the university? That's why I came here so often. This bookstore is super close and affordable. That's interesting. My little sister goes there too. Maybe to have managed her before. Possibly. Where do you go, if you don't mind me asking? The cashier fixed his eyes on the books in his hands, chuckling nervously. His red eyes avert to the ground nervously. The thing is, I don't. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Truth is, I actually wasn't going to attend, but it would have given my parents heart attacks. Either that or they see me as a disappointment. Kenji tilts his head to the side. We didn't get his name yet. Interesting. Hey, do you want the next person in the line loudly clears their throat to get our attention? They really knocked me right out of my thoughts. I realized I had been talking to him for. You have to get to class. Crap, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I gotta go. I only have 15 minutes and I still need my calculator for my dorm room. The cashier hands me my bag and receipt. Wait, can I have your number? My number? What the heck did he need my number for? Quick, think of something. I'll give him my number. What's the worst that could happen? Of course, here, I'll write it down for you. Plus, I can talk to him about books. Rip off a piece of my receipt and write down my number on the back of it. Kenji's eyes move from the paper up to my eyes. He smiles. Thank you so much. Yep, he definitely likes me. I mean, did you see how his eyes narrow like that? Not a problem. Okay, I'm gonna go now. See you later, Kenji. Oh, how did you... I point at his name tag. Okay, that's how we knew. I rushed out the bookstore. I'm so tired. I mumbled to myself, resting my face in my hands. This was the hardest test I've ever taken since my 11th grade pre-cal midterm. Pre-calculus? Oh, I probably would have failed there to begin with. Yet instead of falling asleep like any other normal person, my mind goes too busy, being occupied by something else, someone else. All I could think about was that guy. Kenji, the cashier guy, at the bookstore. Do you really like me like that? Or am I just being dramatic? God, why am I thinking so hard about this? In all honesty, I'm not that good with that kind of stuff. I don't understand what you even do if you like someone. I guess I'll ask for their number. But what would I do then? Talk about the weather? Interest about the book? I've always thought the whole asking for someone's number thing only happened in romantic novels. Well, it happens to actual friends too, so I probably would have thought of, oh, he's going to be my friend, talk about the books. Although I'm a bit glad I gave him my number. Well, I haven't been the best at saying no anyway. At least I now have someone to talk about books with. Taking me right now of my thoughts was a text from an unknown number. Speaking of Kenji. Hi Claude, it's Kenji. I just checking to see if I had the number right, or if we gave you the wrong number. Sorry for bothering you. You're not bothering me at all. Okay, I'm glad. Actually, I was thinking, would you like to go somewhere with me tomorrow? Only if you're not busy, of course. Oh, great! I'm being asked out on a date, aren't I? Well, I can't say no now, can I? I already given the guy my number. Sure. Technically, you could. Where were you thinking of going? I liked arcade. It's not too far away and pretty affordable. Oh, and you can choose. I don't really mind what you pick. Maybe we could go. Suggest the arcade. We could go to the arcade. I heard that they added a bunch of new games there. Where were you thinking of going? It has to be tomorrow. We could go when it first opens, so we can get first pick at everything. Look at the website hours. The website says it opens around 10 a.m. Can you meet around that time? That sounds good. You and Kenji spent the next, you don't know how long, talking about a bunch of everything. Although he's a bit introverted and rather shy, he's getting easier and easier to talk to. Eventually, the conversation had to end, so we walked back to your dorm room. I woke up this morning in panic. It was 9:50 a.m., 9:55 a.m., and I needed to be at the arcade by 10. Suddenly, the vision of Kanji standing in the entrance, aimlessly waiting for me to arrive, flooded my brain. I haven't gone dressed faster than it before in my life. Today would have been perfect day for me to have a car. I muttered to myself. Okay, where I live, I don't think I'll be able to arrive at the arcade with my car on time after sleeping in 5 minutes. Guarantee it. Well, I could have had one. I even have a freaking license. Maybe if I get a job, I can have one by the time I'm 53. Well, maybe not that long. Unless you have student loans, then maybe that'll be an issue. But I don't have time for that. If I run, I can make it on time, right? The website lied. I can't believe it. I ran out all the way here. I didn't even brush my teeth, for God's sake. The arcade opens at 10:30 a.m. I'm 25 minutes early. We got there in 5 minutes. Are we Superman? Or Flash here? I sit down on a nearby bench, catching my breath. I really need to work out more. Well, why to be out of breath because I'm asthmatic? Hey, Claude. I whip my head around and spot the reason I'm here. Kenji. It looks like he was running late too. Sorry, Claude. I woke up late. So did we. I told you. No worries, so did I. Turns out the time on the website is wrong. The place opens at 10:30 a.m. Kenji's eyes flicker from my face to the door and back to me. Oh, crap. He muttered. I mean, maybe that recently changed or something. Well, it's kind of my fault, too. The website did say last edited in 2008. Yeah, maybe they should update the website. Kenji stared at me, his brows furrowing. Was he confused? There was a brief pause, then he broke out laughing. I joined him, barely able to catch my breath. 2008? That's almost 20 years ago. Yeah, time flies. I could feel the heat raise in my cheeks. Well, that's embarrassing. Well, in my defense, I've never been the best at math. Yeah, but it's our fault that they didn't update their website since 2008. And anyway, those might be completely different than like a modern website, too. For the next few minutes, me and Kenji go on and on about a bunch of random stuff. Suddenly, I get a text message. When I went to check the notification, I felt Kenji staring at me. But when I look up, he was looking away. When I went to the message app, my face shifted into utter disgust when I read the name. Nick. I haven't heard from him since graduation. When did what did they want right now? Hey, Claude. Hey, Claude. I look up at Kenji, who was still staring into the distance. I sent them a text message. What do you want, Nick? I was kind of busy right now. I'm not that busy, but that was totally none of his business. Dead butt? Doing what? Stuff. Oh, really now? You're too busy to talk to your best friend ever? I roll my eyes. You haven't said a word to me in 4 years. Almost 5. There. You expect me to be all friendly with you like that never happened? What's wrong with me wanting to rekindle our relationship? You know, I broke up with my girlfriend. The crazy one. Why are you telling me this? I thought you should know. That I'm available. I know you miss me. You're annoying. I see you. I look up from my phone to see the person themselves waving from across the street. They put their phone away in their pocket and make their way over to us. Wait, why are they coming over here? No, no. Go away. Hi there, Claude. There he is, Nick. Dang. They gone a lot taller. They gone a lot taller than he was 5 years ago. Like, a lot taller. Oh, and who's your little friend? My new Yandere boyfriend. Hopefully, Nick's smile fades. Is it the reason why you're too busy? Yeah, I was on a date. Can you go? Get the hint? Was he the stuff you've been doing? Yeah. Where? I could feel my face heat up, realizing just what he was applying. Wait, was he applying? I look over at Kinji, noticing looking away and trying and failing to hide his flushed face. No, what the heck? Nick only laughs at me. Why are you here, Nicholas? Like I said, to see my best friend ever. Yeah, right. And still haven't introduced me to your new friend. I look over to Kinji, who's now glaring at Nicholas. Well, he snapped out of what he was looking at. When he looked over at him. Kinji, this is some guy from my high school, Nicholas. And Nicholas, this is Kinji. I met him at the bookstore yesterday. Now our boyfriend and girlfriend. Our okay, we're boyfriends. Nick laughs. All jokes aside. This is cute. Are you two on a date or something? Because Claude is a guy. Adorable. Absolutely not. Yes. What? Well, he did ask us on a date, and we said yes, so he's a date. So it is a date. Yeah. My eyes go wide as I stare at the dark-haired man in front of me. Nicholas has the audacity to laugh even more. He definitely enjoyed the look on my face. So is it? So it is. It is. Yeah. Oh my God. But if it isn't a date, you wouldn't mind me tagging along now, would you, Claude? I think Kenji said it was a date, so it's a date. I would literally feel my eye twitching. Alright, let me think. Let Nick come along. I look over to Kenji. I know you can tell by the look of it on my face my answer to Nick's question. Okay, fine, you can stay. Just don't do anything stupid. Nicholas gasps and presses a hand against their chest, as if they were offended. When have I ever? Nicholas was cut off by the employees unlocking the door to the arcade. Look, then, took them long enough. We all collected our tokens from the front and headed towards the back, where all the games were. I marveled at all my options, but the only one that stood out to me, the claw machine. It was always my favorite arcade game, even the rigged ones. Nick must have caught me staring at it from across the room, because he said, "You gonna play on the claw machine? What are you, 12? You could get lost." Shut up, Nick. I'd love to see you actually win a prize. I pressed my finger against the glass, pointing to a rip-off plushie of the main antagonist of the popular video game franchise. I'm gonna get that turtle. Okay, what's a turtle? Is it that Bowser? Without sparing in their second, I put in my token and start the machine. No, move it to the left, then hit the button. Shep, you're distracting me. Come on. I grabbed the plushie, dropped the plushie down the little drop chute. Yes! What the heck? I just went here last week and this thing wasn't working. That might just be a skill issue, Nick. Oh, shut up. I grabbed the small flush and wave it to Nick's face. Give it to me. He reaches for the a stuffed toy, but I move away just in time. If want one so much bad, then how about you actually play the game? I teased. All right, maybe I will. Right before I walk away from the claw machine, I felt like I was forgetting something. Or someone. Oh my god! Where's Kenji? Getting a knife to stab Nicholas. Oh! He's right behind me. Crap, Kenji, you scared me. Ah, sorry. I would have made my presence known. My god, I totally forgot today was supposed to be just me and him. I got distracted by Nick. Now I feel like a jerk. It's alright. Wait, if he's behind me, he's been following me around this whole time? Well, that's kind of cute. Well, it's actually kind of cute. He's like a lost puppy. Or a duckling. No, he's definitely like a dog. What am I even saying? Kenji, you like video games, right? Remember he mentioned it once or twice in our past conversations. Yes. Here, you can have this. I hand him the turtle plushie. Seriously, but you just won this for yourself. And now I'm giving it to you. But, Kenji, seriously, if I cared that much, I would have played it again and won another for myself. Kenji's red eyes flickered over from me to the flesh and back to me. Thank you. Don't worry about it. The rest of our time was spent using all of our tokens on a bunch of different games like racing games, first-person shooters, and more claw machines. Like, lots of them. Nick must have had some kind of one-sided competition with me or something because he played each one he saw. To no avail, of course. He's a really lousy player. It was about time to go now. When we left the building, I heard them saying, "You want me to walk you home, Claude?" I took my head to the side, confused. I was going to say, I can walk home all on my own, thank you very much, but then Kenji says, actually I was going to walk him to his dorm. Hey, Kenji. Well, this sure is awkward. I feel like I'm a female love interest in one of those love triangles you see in romance novels. I would say no, but I actually don't know, man. What should I do? Walk home with Kenji. The walk to my dorm was pretty quiet. Kenji always does this thing where he stares at me, but when I look over at him, he looks away. And though I appreciate that Kenji is a yapper, I don't know if I could take the silence any longer. I had a good time today, Kenji. Kenji blinked and tore his gaze away from my face. He fidgeted with the hem of his sleeve awkwardly. I did too, Clyde. He paused for a brief second before his eyes meet mine. I have a question. Yeah, what is it? Kenji paused and looked right into my eyes. Who is Nicholas to you? My face burned red. Just, what is he applying? What do you mean? Never mind. Don't worry about it. Kenji, you can't just say something like that and say never mind. Nicholas was my classmate from high school. We haven't spoken in years. This is my first time seeing him in a while. You like Nicholas. I do like Nicholas. Kenji looked up at me. But I swear I don't like him like that. Like, even imagining having feelings for Nick makes my skin crawl. I couldn't help but notice a wave of relief wash over Kenji's face. I feel the same way. What? My phone is starting to ring, cutting me off. Although when I checked the caller ID, I suddenly don't want to answer anymore. But I answer anyway. I don't need telling my parents I'm annoying her or something. Hello? Hey, Claude, what are you doing right now? What's with people I dislike talking to and contacting me today? First Nicholas and now my twin sister. What do you mean, Claudette? Can they need the naming a naming theme on here? Well, there's no need to be rude. She scoffs. Then again, I want to call him Claudette. I want to call her Claudine. After the Monster High doll. Just Just called to tell you that I'm going to be in town for a while. What? Like, now? Honestly, what else? Oh my god, that's great. She could definitely hear the sarcasm in my voice, in my tone, but she decided not to mention it. Well, that's all I wanted. Bye, Claude. I pressed the hang up button on my screen, and I'm not bothering to respond. Kenji glanced over at me. I could tell he was curious. It was just my twin sister calling, nothing more important. You have a sister too? Unfortunately. I closed and locked my door, basically melting into my bed. Today was a long, interesting day. Ah, you look so adorable like that, Claude. Innocent, peaceful, vulnerable, completely and underexposed. I don't know how much longer I could hold myself back from taking you all for myself. I never, I knew I ever since, I knew ever since I saw you the other day. I had to have you. Hmm. Seeing you like this really churns me up. I think I can hear someone coming. I'm sorry, but I have to cut this short. Good night, Claude. I love you. End of demo. We'll see his reaction if we say we dislike Nicholas. You dislike Nicholas. I don't like Nicholas. Kenji looked at me. He's done some messed up stuff to me and my friends in the past, and I don't know if I can ever bring myself to forgive him. I cannot but notice a wave of relief that washes over Kenji's face. He smiled. He had opened his mouth to say something, but was cut off by my phone ringing. It's the same ending. Okay, let's see what happens if we walk home with Nicholas instead. And get to know him better, even though he did some messed up stuff to us. Walk home with Nicholas. I do feel kind of bad about choosing Nick over Kenji. But I've known him since middle school. I just met Kenji, and I don't know if he's some psycho slasher like the guy in that other book I read. Okay, what books are we reading? I can't read it. Okay, it is like a romance novel. Okay, maybe that's a bit extreme. Or is it Scream and a Scream book? Rainbow, okay, well, it's gonna be like it's gonna be the book gallery makes. Nicholas nudges my shoulder. He acted like he hate me, but he still use that cute nickname you gave me in 11th grade. To be honest, I sometimes forget how to spell the name you pronounce your full name. I thought it was Nicholas, or Nicholas, generally. Still, that's how I pronounce it. Why does his spelling have to be so fancy? Kinda reminds me of, the Russian pronunciation. It's really just Nicholas. It's been 4 years, and I don't hate you. I hate what you did. It wasn't that bad. You ghost me and all your friends for some girl you met in the middle of senior year. I would say that's a pretty valid reason to dislike someone. Okay, I thought he was gonna do something horrible. And not just forget that you used to bully me. Nicholas looks away, rubbing their arm for his leather jacket. Yeah, that, does sound kinda bad. If I'm a changed person, I swear, I won't do anything to hurt you again. I pressed my lips together and avoided eye contact with him. I didn't believe a word that came out of his mouth. I knew people can change, but I don't know if I can ever forgive him. Alright. As if saving me from the awkward silence, I get a call. Although, when I checked the caller ID, I suddenly don't want to answer anymore. If I answer anyway, I don't need her telling my parents I'm ignoring her or something. Hello? Hey, Claude, what are you doing right now? What's with people I dislike talking to and contacting me today? Well, we're walking home with one person we dislike too. First Nicholas and now my twin sister. Hello? Hey Claude, what are you doing right now? What's with people wait, we already said that. And I didn't. That's a double because I did not, I didn't actually. That's a way scroll past. What do you want, Claudette? Well, there's no need to be rude. She scoffs. I just called to tell you that I'm going to be in town for a while. What? Like now? Honestly, when else? Oh my god, that's great. She could definitely hear the sarcasm in my tone, but she decided not to mention it. Why are we dipping with sarcasm? Well, that's all I want. Bye, Claude. I press the hang up button on my screen, and not bothering to respond. Nicholas glances over at me. It was that. What you like to know? Just tell me. My twin sister, remember her? The smart one? Oh yeah, Claudette. He paused. I mean, she's not that smart. Yeah, yeah, whatever. Okay, we skip. Now we're gonna say it's creepy. That's kind of creepy. And it's crazy that I didn't even hear him. It's kind of giving stalker. Okay, because he is a stalker. What am I even saying? Kenji. Okay, we can skip now. Okay, I guess we'll see what happens if I ask Nicholas to leave. Ask Nick to leave. Fine then, enjoy your little date. We will. Crap, that came out wrong. You and Nicholas, you seem to have some history with each other. Kenji's eyes refused to meet mine. For some reason, something in his tone sounded sad. Or was I reading too far into things? Should be happy. Oh no, it's not like that. Well, that sounded guilty. He's just an old friend, nothing more, nothing less. So you aren't friends anymore? Well, that's complicated. We aren't friends anymore. No, he's not my friend anymore. Actually, I haven't contacted him in so long. I don't understand why he chose today of all days. I couldn't help but notice a wave of relief that washes over Kenji's face. Kenji spent the next few hours playing different games with each other. I grabbed my phone from my pocket when I checked the caller ID. I actually wanted to put it back in my pocket. Okay, we're skipping some stuff right here. But I answered anyway. I don't need her telling our parents I'm ignoring her or something. And yet I did not edit this out. Hello? Well, Claude. Hey, Claude. What are you doing right now? What's with people I dislike talking to and contacting me today? First Nicholas and now my twin sister. What do you want, Claudette? Well, there's no need to be rude. She scoffs. I just called to tell you that I'm going to be in town for a while. What? Like right now? Honestly, well, when else? Oh my god, that's great. She could definitely hear the sarcasm in my tone, but yet she decided not to mention it. Well, that's all I want. Bye, Claude. I pressed the hang up button on the screen, not to bother to respond. Kenji glared at me. I could tell he's curious. This is my twin sister calling, nothing foreign. You have a twin sister. You have a sister too? It's also kind of missing, unfortunately. I close and lock my door. Basically, I melt into my bed. Today was a long, interesting day. Think we could skip now? We're still friends. Well, even though we haven't spoken to each other in so long, I can't say he isn't my friend. Even if he has done some messed up stuff. Kenji goes silent, staring at me in deadened eyes. There was an emotion on his face I couldn't quite read. It's the Yandere emotion. It was like he was processing my words. Then he smiles, laughing a bit. All right. I was just curious. Kenji spent the next few hours playing various different games with each other. Yet for some reason it felt like he was staring at you a bit more than necessary. I grabbed my phone from my pocket. Yet when I checked this caller ID, I really wanted to put it back in my pocket. Why don't we? But I answer anyway. I don't think neither telling our parents I'm ignoring her or something. Well, it was on silent there. Hello? Hey, Claude. What are you doing right now? What's with people I dislike talking to and contacting me today? First Nicholas and now my twin sister. What do you want, Claudette? Well, there's no need to be rude. She scoffs. I just called to tell you that I'm going to be in town for a while. What? Like right now? Honestly, when else? Oh my god, that's great. You could definitely hear the sarcasm in my tone, yet decided not to mention it. Now that's all I want. Bye, Claude. I pressed the hang-up button on my screen, not planning to respond. Kenji glanced over at me. I could tell he was curious. That was just my sister calling, nothing more important. You have a sister too? Unfortunately. Could talk about having sisters, though. I closed and locked my door. I basically felt melted in my bed. Today was a long, interesting day. I don't think closing our door would protect us. Especially for our Yandere. Okay, we'll see what happens if we suggest this house now. Suggest this house. Oh, what the heck? Could we go to your house? Kenji's text bubble appears, then it disappears, and appears again. And it disappears. This is taking quite a while. My house? He finally responded. He doesn't want us to see his, shine. My apartment is exactly... Are you sure? It's not that I don't want you to come over. Tomorrow's just not a good time. Maybe you could rethink your decision. Of course you turned me down my offer. Why would I even say that? Be curious to see shine? Maybe we can go to the arcade, so... Don't give him your number. No, sorry. I don't think I'm kind of in a rush. Thank the God they denied his offer. But now it's kind of awkward. Oh no, I need to I need to apologize. Dang it. Now I feel like kind of like a jerk. It was nice meeting you, God. Nice meeting you too, Kenji. How did you... You point to his name tag. I rush out of the bookstore. I'm so tired. I mumbled to myself, resting my face in my hands. This was the hardest test I ever taken since my 11th grade pre-cal midterm. Yet, instead of falling asleep like any other normal person, my mind is too busy being occupied by someone else. I could think about was that guy, Kenji, the cashier at the bookstore. Did he really like me like that? Or am I just being dramatic? Oh, I think... God, why am I thinking so hard about this? In all honesty, it's not that I'm that good at this kind of stuff. I don't even understand what you would even do if someone liked you. If you liked someone, guess I'll have to ask for their number. But what would I do then? Talk about the weather? Interest. And I always thought the whole asking for someone's number thing only happened in romance novels. Happens in real life too. When class ended, I have someone just hand me their number. When class ended, I didn't feel as tired as I thought I did. But now I'm hungry. There are too many good restaurants by the school, and the ones we have are low-key suck. Well, there's a cafe that I usually go by in the mornings. It's not exactly a Carmen Walkanada mood right now. Oh, what the heck? As I walk towards the cafe, I notice a familiar silhouette in the window. Surely isn't who I think it is, right? The second I walk into the restaurant, I caught my eyes with him. Hi again, Claude. Oh, it's Kenji. Again? Why is he getting coffee in the middle of the day? Why not? Well, I shouldn't be talking. I waved to him. Hey, Kenji, what are you doing here? I usually stop by here after work. I tilt my head slightly to the side. For coffee? I laugh and he smiles back. No, no, no. I don't like coffee, actually. Get tea. I got tea. Get tea. Got tea. Oh, I come here because this used to be where my siblings and I went all the time after school. Kenji's eyes fixed onto the cup in his hands, a small, weak smile still present in his lips. I wanted to ask more, but decided not to pry. It's probably a sensitive topic for him. Well, I just stopped by because I was hungry. The restaurant on campus gets old pretty fast. Plus, I'm sick of eating the same thing every day. Yeah, I get that. God, it's quiet. Too quiet. This is pretty awkward. Maybe he's just an introvert. Or he's shy. I'll try to break the ice a little more. So, anything you want to talk about? Actually, I was just thinking, would you like to go somewhere with me tomorrow? Only if you're not busy, of course. Oh, great. I'm being asked down on a date, aren't I? Well, I do like Kenji. Just not like that. I do want to get to know him better. Sure. I spoke too soon. Where do you think of going? I like the arcade. It's not too far away and pretty affordable. Or you can choose. I don't mind what you pick. He's definitely asking me out. Maybe we can go. Okay, let's just do the house anyway. Should just his house. Oh, what the heck? We could go to your house. Kenji froze, his face going red. My house? He looked away and rubbed his arm. Are you sure? My apartment is exactly. I kind of need to clean it up a bit. It's not that I don't want you to come over. Maybe you should rethink your decision. Of course he'll turn me down my offer. Why did I even say that? To see his response. Maybe we could go. Just the arcade. We could go to the arcade. I heard that's a place that's a bunch of new games there. Okay then. When were you thinking of going? It has to be tomorrow. We could go when it first opens so we could get a first pick of everything. Open my phone to look at the website hours. The website says it opens around 10 a.m. We can meet around that time. Why did I wait to use Google? That sounds good. Oh, and here's my number. I take a napkin and write down my phone number with a little smiley face. You and Kenji spent the next you don't know how long talking about a bunch of everything. Although he's a bit introverted and rather shy, he's getting easier and easier to talk to. Eventually, the conversation had to end, and you walk back to your dorm room. Okay, now we can just skip. I think it's still the same ending, so. Yep. So that was You and Only You. If you like my content, please consider subscribing if you're already. Comment down below and liking the video. See you guys next time.